Alrighty, folks, welcome back to UKSG Green 2024. We've done a little host shift, host swap, and we are now getting on into the early morning runs. Not quite as early as we were beforehand, but needless to say, we are here with Super Metroid. Crazy Al is going to be taking us through this. Take it away.
Alright, I'm going to get started straight away because I know we're behind schedule. So 3, 2, 1, and we're away.
Good luck.
So this is a category called GT Classic. It's kind of like any percent except you do a lot of sequence breaking. It's kind of like a boss rush as well, so the start of the game is basically the same as most categories. But later on in the run we take a diversion from the usual route and then we do something called the GT codes. And that's basically jump through a door, you press a bunch of buttons, and it's like a debug code left in the game, and what that does is give you basically every item, all your upgrades really quickly, so then you just boss rush through the rest of the game. Pretty simple. And now's a good time for donations if you got any.
We don't have anything at the moment, but just a reminder that we do have a bid war happening for this very run. So we're going to be hearing about it at the end, who's going to win, who's going to not. But we've got Kill the Animals and Save the Animals. Kill the Animals currently, it's looking like a draw at the moment, I believe. Let me just do one check. No, we have got Save the Animals ahead by $25. So if anybody has any strong opinions about that, they are welcome to get their donations in before the end of this run when we will see the outcome.
I have strong opinions, but I think I should probably remain impartial.
Ooh. Well, we'll see how it goes. See how it goes.
Alright, so in that sequence just there, we were in the space station called Ceres, or Ceres, however you want to pronounce it. We saw the baby Metroid, and then we also saw Ridley stealing the baby Metroid. So now we have to go down to planet Zebes, or Zebes, or Zebes, or whatever you prefer, to try and get it back. I prefer Zebes, by the way, if anyone's wondering. So you'll notice me waving the arm cannon around a lot, and what that does is it actually pushes Samus forward like a pixel or something every time you do it. So any sections where you have to run for a long time, you'll be doing that, or I'll be doing that. And right here we're going to do a specific fall. Okay, I failed it. But what I was supposed to do there was something called a moonfall, where you break Samus's fall speed to fall a lot faster, but I failed, so that's fun. So we're heading down to Old Brinstar, which if you played the first Super Metroid, or sorry, the first Metroid, you may recognize some of the rooms here. And we're going down to get the Morph Ball, because Metroid cannot crawl. There we have it. We also need our first missile pack. Missiles will help us open purple doors. See, these blue doors can be opened with the pea shooter or the arm cannon, whatever you want to call it. But purple doors or pink doors require missiles. Specifically 5 missiles. So in picking up the Morph Ball, we have awoken the planet. So now when we go through here we have some space pirates to deal with. But they're pretty flimsy at this stage. Now we have a section called the Climb, for obvious reasons. Wall jumping in this game is not like your average Nintendo game. It's pretty tight timing. Can be difficult, but it also can be very rewarding when you're good at it. I'm not that good at it, so I'm not very rewarded right now. But we got through it, mostly. There we go. So now we're heading into the first mini-boss fight of the game. This is called Bomb Torizo. He gives us bombs, believe it or not. So we're going to back Samus up and line up with a specific pixel here. Just here, possibly. There we go. And this will basically just make Bomb Torizo jump back at the start of the fight. We have to shoot 5 shots. Grab the missiles, which he didn't drop a lot of. 5 more shots, and then the rest of the missiles. There we go. Kind of rough as far as BT fights go, but it was alright. This next trick here is called Alcatraz Escape. Can be quite tight, but we did it first try, let's go. Not really worth clapping for, but it is nice to get. Oh, I messed up my cycle here. That could have gone smoother. Not having full health here is kind of problematic. We're going to have to be careful with these pirates. Not because I'm worried about dying or anything, but the drops. Right, okay, I need full health in order to get missile drops, and I need at least 1 missile when I go through this door here at the bottom. Because when I move into this next section, we're going to kill 2 frogs, and if we don't have full health, there's a chance they can drop us health, but we really need missiles to open the door for the next room. And best music in the game, by the way. There's the 2 missile drops. So this here is a trick called a mock ball. Didn't work. I'll try again. Basically what it lets us do is travel at run speed while in ball form. And that works by running, jumping, and morphing into a ball as soon as you hit the ground, basically. And we use that to do a sequence break here to get the super missiles. Usually we have to fight a mini-boss to acquire our first super missile pack, but with that trick, we can skip all that. Just bomb our way through this wall here. We got a nice drop there, that's good. So we'll take a couple safety items here. These missiles and the next item, which is a charge beam, we don't need to take in this category, but because I'm not very good at this game, I usually take them. Nice, we got a trick just there called up in 2, which is 2 wall jumps to get up out of that route just there. It's kind of frame perfect, I don't know exactly, but it's pretty tight. It's pretty rare to get it, no one really goes for it, or at least I don't. But it's nice when you get it. So in the next room we're going to see our first divergence from the any percent run. This is Red Tower. It's called that because it's stained with the blood of speedrunners, because it's can be quite a difficult section. We have to get up here without taking damage or falling, shoot that block. It will reappear if we're not fast enough, which we're not, so we're going to have to shoot it again. There it is. Very precise wall jumps there to get up through that gap. Getting first try on that is pretty nice. We didn't get that though. Some deboosts on the roof. I don't know why I used the super missile there. Yeah, some deboosts in this section that are pretty cool. Green doors are opened with super missiles, if that wasn't obvious. Nice deboost to get our first power bomb pack. First and only power bomb pack, really, because we don't need to pick up another one. And then we head back down. Down Red Tower. To go and fight our first real boss of the run. We need to be careful here because we'll have a lot of health. He says as he intentionally jumps into the spikes. A little bit of item farming here, drop farming. Preferably without taking too much damage. I'm going to take a little bit more. Keeps dropping me missiles. That's probably enough. I'll probably be fine. Oops. This isn't the best deboost in the game, but it is one of my favourites. There we go. In the door. Shoot this guy. And then we have to charge a shot through the door so that it fires as soon as we go out. Morph into a ball as we jump through this door. Lay a power bomb. And fail to blow up the tube. That power bomb was supposed to blow up the tube for later on, but it's fine. We can do it later. It's just a bit faster to do it now. That's the deboost there, but it's alright. So this is the Kraid's warehouse. We're going to fight the first boss of the run. His name is Kraid, if you didn't realise that. And we can get a quick kill on this boss if we're good enough. Hopefully we are. This is a boss with like 2 phases basically, and we skip the second phase with the quick kill. Hopefully. There we go, easy. So if you don't get the quick kill, he stands up, wastes a whole bunch of time, and generally is just a menace. But what we did there was we charged a shot him in the face, which is uncomfortable, so that basically stun locks him, and then fire 4 super missiles, which we're not supposed to have at this point, and that deals enough damage to just kill him outright. Kind of difficult to get out of there. Those 3 enemies there I like to call the bouncers, because that is the party room. They don't want to let you in or out. So this item here is not necessary, but it is just for safety. I'm not feeling too confident about my health right now. Normally we would skip that entirely. That's the jump, that's all good. So we're now heading down to Upper Norfair. And we're going to pick up the high jump boots, which are going to help us pretty quickly. Again, not a necessary item, but if you don't take them, if you do the bootless route, it's called, you have to do a pretty precise bomb jump in a few rooms' time, and I'm not really capable of that. Interesting. Never seen that before. Here we have the high jump boots, which are pretty self-explanatory. Couple of wall jumps up here and we head into this room called Cathedral, I believe. Or maybe that's the next room, I can't remember. So this is the part where we need a pretty hard bomb jump to get up. But we got the high jump boots, so we don't need to do that. We are short of a super missile though, so I really hope that one of these guys drops me a super missile. Otherwise we are in trouble. Oh, that's so lucky. Let's go. So in this next room we're going to take our first safety save because there are first of 3 safety saves. There are a couple of tricks in this category which are basically one try. If you fail, you die, and if you die in Super Metroid, you die in real life. We can't have that.
Well, speaking of dying in the game, we've had a update in terms of what's in the fate for the animals. Do you mind if I read out a quick donation?
Go ahead.
We have got a $25 from Big the Dave saying, I'm up. Where's my glasses? Okay, good. Kill the animals. Which, of course, is going towards kill the animals. So now the bid war is reading as a draw between the two. So we're talking about those strong opinions. They don't need to be too strong, but they do need just that extra bit of cash to get it on its way. So yeah, now is the time.
So this is a big sequence break right here. This is called the lava dive for obvious reasons. This can be pretty difficult. There we go, first try, no problem. This is our second safety save because coming up very soon is another trick called Green Gate Glitch, and you might notice that we farmed for some item drops in a previous room. That's because we need to have 5 super missiles to give us the most opportunities to do the Green Gate Glitch. I'll explain what that is in just a moment. This is lower Norfair, by the way. 3rd best music in the game. Oops, I used a super missile. That's not good. It's fine though, we'll be okay. So this is the Green Gate Glitch. We're not supposed to be able to open it from this side, but if we jump and shoot the missile on a very specific frame when we touch the gate, we can actually open it from this side. So this takes us into basically the back way into this mini boss called Golden Terrizzo. And this is where the category gets its name, because when we jump through this door, we're going to hold all the face buttons. And then you'll notice that Samus has actually changed colour, and I've got all the upgrades. We have to disable Spazer, because Spazer and Plasma cannot be enabled at the same time. If they are, and you shoot the arm cannon, you'll crash the game. This is the hardest boss in the game. As you can see, it's very difficult. And there you have it. Oh, that's not good. So yeah, Golden Chorizo GT codes. For some reason, there's a debug code, cheat code left in the game by the developers. When you jump through that door and hold all the face buttons, you get all the unlocks. So you'll see now that I've got tons of health, tons of missiles, super missiles, power bombs, everything. The only item it doesn't give us is screw attack, which, you know, we pick up right outside of that room anyway, so it doesn't matter. The screw attack allows us to do this, just break through walls. It's a lot of fun. So from now on, the game's pretty easy. It's basically just a boss rush. And you can't see it, but I have two items. Like, you can see my items at the top, the missiles, the super missiles, the power bombs. I actually have two more items there. One is the grapple hook and the X-ray beam. The X-ray beam is very important. We'll be using that pretty soon. For some reason, they don't show up on the HUDs when you do the cheat codes. That's what I get for cheating, I guess. So we're going in down into Lower Norfair to face Ridley, which normally would be the second last boss of the game. But as I said, pretty big sequence breaks in this category, so we go and see him pretty quickly. So I'll explain a little bit about the X-ray beam, or X-ray scope, or whatever it's called. The way the plasma beam works, which is what I have enabled currently, when you do a charge shot, that charge shot will do damage on every frame, or something like that. But if you use the X-ray scope while you shoot a charge shot at a boss or an enemy, it will basically deal a lot more damage than what it's supposed to do, and we call that the microwave beam. It doesn't work on Ridley because you're supposed to have the plasma beam when you fight Ridley, but the rest of the bosses you're not supposed to have it, or something like that. I'm not. You can tell I know a lot about this category. I know how to play it. That's about it. Oops. Come on, stop doing that. Okay, that was not a good fight. Ridley was being very uncooperative there. But it's okay, we got out, we made it. Nice deep boost. So now we make our way out of Lower Norfair. The deadliest part of the game, probably. I'll just play it safe, there we go. Oh, I tried to do a trick there, but I missed it, so never mind. And now's a pretty good time for donations if we have any, or messages of any kind.
Yes, we do indeed. Well, we've had an injection of money into this bid war when it comes to saving or killing the animals. We've had a $250 donation from Skenme. And you'd think that, you know, maybe he'd have really swayed something a particular way and, you know, it would be completely unachievable for the other one to catch up. That has gone split, $125 to kill the animals and $125 to save the animals with the comment, I can't decide, help. Well, if Skenme's not going to do it, somebody else has got to do it. So we are, I don't know about how far away we are from it, Al, but
pretty far.
Still pretty far. Okay, so we still got a good chunk of time for you to get your donations in and sway the vote. Is it going to be kill or save?
Yeah, we've got plenty of time for that donation, so please, that incentive rather, so please keep your donations coming in.
Speaking of which, we did just have another one come through. Have we got time for that?
Oh, absolutely.
We have had a $25 donation from Professor Monkeys saying, Baby Monkeys wants the animals to be safe, especially the owls. So now, Save the Animals is in the lead. Thank you, Baby Monkeys and Prof Monkeys for that.
So now we're heading into a region of the game called Meridia. So we would have blown up the tube here before, but we missed it. So we have to do it now. There it goes. Everybody loves water levels, don't they? Oops. Goodbye, fish. The music in this game is just so good. I honestly have a hard time choosing which is my favorite. So we're heading towards the third mini-boss, even, of the run. And this is where we're going to see our first example of the microwave beam, which is definitely a glitch, or a bug, or whatever the definition is. So you can't see it, but I do have the X-ray scope enabled right now, so when I release my shot, I'm going to spam that and do as much damage to Botwin as I can. I didn't quite do enough, so we'll do it again. That should be enough, and there he goes. Pretty easy. These guys are really annoying. Come on. I think there's something wrong with the input that's not letting me press diagonal inputs. Which it's fine. It does stop me from doing some tricks, but it's all good. We can continue. So, next major boss coming up is Dragon, and we are going to be microwaving Dragon. Which is great fun, because this boss can be pretty annoying. Not the most annoying though, we haven't seen the most annoying boss yet. Just have to destroy these turrets. Then wait. If we crouch here, as we do the microwave beam, for some reason, Samus will stand up when Dragon has taken enough damage from the microwave. There you go, to indicate that she's dead. RIP.
With the boss dead, can we get a microwave from the chat? Not a big wave. Microwave, there we go. Very good. Got some microwaves going on. As big thing like that.
So I'm going to be attempting a maneuver here called Womble Jump. I failed it. So what that allows you to do is just jump up through this room with maximum momentum, like full run speeds. Saves a little bit of time, but it's not major if you miss it. I hope you like the screw attack sound, by the way. I love it. So head back through Botwoon's chamber. And then back down into... Where are we going? I don't know. Brinstar, that's where we're going. And then through Brinstar, up to the wrecked ship to see Phantoon, who is definitely the most annoying boss. But in this category, we can just melt him. So that's fun. There's been a lot of talk about fish in this marathon so far. Here we have a red fish. Just kidding, it's a blue fish. Up the elevator, up to Criteria, which is pretty much back at the start of the game. So head across the ocean here. With our space jump allows us to just fly over here very easily. Again, this is the second boss you would fight after Kraid. Normally, so you would have to do a series of jumps to get over there, or Shine Spark, which is another cool trick. But because we have all the upgrades from the GT codes, it's made pretty easy. So Phantoon is the most annoying boss in the game because he can give you a bunch of different patterns, ranging from fast, mid to slow. He can also kill you in one hit, something called Sunrise Surprise, that's always good fun. But none of that is going to affect us in this run apart from the patterns, but it's no big deal. And we got a fast pattern, but it doesn't matter because we missed our missiles, that's good. Just need to wait for him to reappear. Shoot him in the face. Oh, I missed. Missed again. Okay, that's fine. So we do have to wait through another round of patterns. This is what I get for calling him the most annoying boss in the game, I guess. But he knows it's true. He knows what he is. Come on. Okay, I'm actually terrible at this game. Come on, he missed again. There we go. So yeah, Phantoon can be a bit problematic because he flies around the screen really quickly. But he's dead at last, so we can move on with our lives. so now all 4 major bosses are deceased. We can continue on to the last area of the game, which is called Turian. Now, you may have spotted some things that look like Metroids in Meridia, but those were not Metroids. Those are a lie. Don't believe it. Turian has the real Metroids. We're going to be seeing them pretty soon. So normally in the red ship we'd have to go all the way up and through some elaborate geometry to get the gravity suit, but we already have the gravity suit, so we don't have to bother with any of that nonsense. Just head back through criteria, back to the start of the game. Fail to jump over the water. Don't pick up the missiles. That would be terrible. Hopefully we get this jump. It looks really cool. Yeah, we got it. Nice. At least I get one trick. Alright, so now is the perfect time for any messages or donations, because we have to wait through this cutscene here.
Well, I just wanted to say, I know you said that you're bad at the game, but you're the one who's running it at 6 AM on a Sunday, and I'm sure not many people would be up for that. So thank you for the great job that you've done so far. Might as well mention whilst we're here, you're catching UKSG for the first time, then welcome. We host 3 events every year, and more often than not, you will find us raising money for Crisis, a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. Just a quick roundup, they achieve this through education, training and support with housing, employment and health. So 90% of your donations will go towards supporting Crisis, and 10% will go towards UKSG's future events. Yeah, keep it up. A reminder of where we are on that bid war. It is currently, what is it, 25? I can maths. $25 to the good in Save the Animals, but if you want to get rid of those pesky things, you can sway that with $26. So it's all in the power, of the viewers, of the donators. So yeah, how's the time?
So these are the real Metroids. Turian is the last section of the game. Once we're through here, we'll be fighting the final boss called Mother Brain. And then after Mother Brain is dead, that's when the cut-off is for the donation incentive, so you've got precious little time. Oops. Oh no, don't do that. So those Metroids will stick onto you and just really be a menace if you're not quick off the mark with your ice beam. Okay. And there we have it, that was Turian. It's a much more stressful section in any percent, because you have much less health and ammo, and those Metroids can be very dangerous. So here's, remember the baby Metroid that we saw at the start of the game? Oh, here he is again. I think he's growing a little bit. So we're trying to damage ourselves down here as much as possible. There is a way to skip getting grabbed by the baby Metroids here, called baby skip, but I'm not very good at doing that, so I do what's called the baby skip, where you just damage down as much as you can to make this little cutscene go as quickly as possible. So the Metroid has drained us to 1 HP. The baby skip is pretty difficult, and it skips having to take this refill station in this room. You can just go straight through that pink door to the right. But we want our health back, so we take the energy refill. We are going to take this save station here. This is the last save of the run, because there's a high chance that we can soft lock the game in the Mother Brain fight in this category. And we're going to try and avoid doing that. So in this next room, you'll see these red barriers. They're called Zebs, and the intention is that you're supposed to destroy them like so. But we only in this category, we really only have to destroy one of them. We freeze this little Cheerio here, and then get stuck in the floor, morph ball, and then we can just get past it, and then the rest of them don't spawn. So that's cool. That's called Zeb Skip. And then here we have Mother Brain. 3 stages to this fight. This is Mother Brain 1. Moving obviously into Mother Brain 2. Pretty straightforward fight, just stand in the corner and spam charge shots. Try and avoid the damage. Oops, okay, that's good. So that's Mother Brain 2. What we have to do now is go in here, refill using our reserve energy tanks, refill back up to full 700 health, remove the Varia suit for reasons, and then when Mother Brain shoots her rainbow beam at us, we have to be in the air, and that will damage us all the way down to about 100 health, and you're not supposed to be able to stand up in this section, but by doing all those things that we just did, that allows us to stand up. And we have to remain airborne for a couple of different frames here, where the game checks if we're on the ground. You can see Samus's sprite has changed. That's because the game was checking if we were still on the ground, which we're not. If we were on the ground during that frame, it would have locked us to the ground, which is not ideal. So we have to remain in the air, I believe, when the baby detaches from Mother Brain. Again, so that we don't soft lock or get stuck to the ground. And like I said, we're not supposed to be able to move around in this section, but we can move around and we can shoot Mother Brain, so this is dealing damage to the next phase. We have to be really careful that the baby doesn't get stuck, otherwise that is a soft lock. We're going to play it super safe by moving back here. Continue to do charge shots to Mother Brain. Again, this is supposed to be a cutscene, we're not supposed to be able to do this. So the baby Metroid is protecting us because it sees Samus as its mother, which is very cute, but sadly, the baby dies. Spoilers. This is Mother Brain 3, so donation incentive is going to be ending pretty soon. Like, really soon.
Fab. Well, we're not seeing any changes at the moment, so it's looking like it is probably going to be saving the animals, but if we've still got a couple of seconds, people still have time.
Still got a very, very small amount of time, but we're going to need to know pretty soon. In the next few rooms.
Next few rooms. Fab. Well, take it, save the animals at the moment.
I will do that. Much as it pains me to do. Oh no. Okay, because of the input thing I mentioned earlier, I can't actually do Shine Sparks, so I'm going to have to go through this room the long way. Do I know how to get through this room the long way? I hope so. Yeah, we're fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Come on, don't be like that. So normally we would do a shine spark in this room and go straight up this side really quickly, but again, some technical difficulties preventing me from doing that, so we just have the wall jump up like we did at the start. That's fine. We're not in any hurry. It's not like the planet's exploding or anything. Alright, so I need to know about that donation incentive now.
Fab. Yep, we have closed it. It was $380 to save the animals, only missing out by $25 for kill the animals. So
25.
saving the animals is how we're going to go.
Let's go. So we go down here back to the bomb Chorizo room from the start. That's where the animals are being kept captive. Say hello to the animals, everybody.
Hello, animals.
That's it. They are free. They now escape from that that hole in the wall to the right. And that's time. There we go. 46 minutes is a pretty good time considering the issues I had. But we're all good. And if we pay close attention to this cutscene, after the planet blows up, just to the right of the planet, you'll see a tiny little pixel flying off to the right. And that is the animals being saved. And they'll go off to do something important in Metroid Fusion. I don't know what they do, I haven't played that game. Any second now. There they go. Hey! So that's us. That was Super Metroid GT Classic. Thank you very much for having me. Massive shoutouts to the UKSG tech crew and organisation crew and everybody here is fantastic. UKSG is an amazing event. I won't waste too much time, too much more time, because I know we're behind schedule. But yeah, thank you so much for all your donations and everything. And massive shoutouts to everybody here. This is a great event. Try and make it if you can, and please keep donating to Crisis. It's a fantastic charity that does great things. So yeah, cheers. I've been Crazy Al. Follow me on Twitch or don't. Thank you.
Indeed, folks. Thanks, Al. That was a fantastic run. A whole load of donations came in for that, and we had a whole load of donations meeting the next incentive in the next game for Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. Bit of a change of pace. We're going to be petting some dogs in that, I believe. So, yeah, do stick around. We're going to be going to an intermission and then hopefully changing our games over nice and smoothly and quickly. See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.